The Quebec man who police said was on the run after his two daughters were found murdered has been found. Police now believe Martin Carpentier took his own life. He is the main suspect in the deaths of his young daughters. As Mike Armstrong explains, his body was found just a few hours after their funeral.
The grisly discovery was made by a homeowner. He called police around 7 p.m. Monday after finding a body in the wooded area behind his garage. That homeowner would end up having to be treated for shock. Police say they believe it to be Martin Carpentier and that he took his own life. This man says he'd hoped Carpentier would be found alive so he could better understand what happened. Now, there was a massive effort to find Carpentier. For more than a week, dozens and dozens of officers scoured the region. Well, where he was found is an area searchers had checked. In fact, police admit it was one of the first areas they searched. It was only about 3 kilometers from the command center police set up for the manhunt. Carpentier's daughters were found several kilometers to the west. It all leaves the question, did they miss the body or did they check and then Carpentier came later? The body's been taken for an autopsy that will formally confirm the identity and the cause of death. It'll also start filling in some of the timeline. 6-year-old Remy and 11-year-old Nora were found July 11th. Carpentier's body wasn't recovered for 9 more days. Police still aren't saying whether any sort of a note was found or whether they have any information about his emotional state, but there's fear it may never be understood.
There
are a lot of questions that will never be answered, this woman says. That's what I found most disappointing for both families. Well, police say they're sifting through what they've found and waiting for the results from the autopsy. They've called a press conference for Wednesday afternoon in Montreal at Provincial Police Headquarters. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.